Keela Trinae, Cameron David, DJ Reed, Miss Roro, Dontrell Detroit, Key 77. This is U-Nation Radio.
Monday night, love session. Check us out. Generation. Slow jams. Conversation. Late night. Stimulation. Call in. Love session. Love session.
Monday night.
Monday Night Love Sessions is brought to you by Blackline Entertainment, Artistic Web, and Pitbull Energy Drink.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. U-Nation Radio family, you are tuned in to Monday Night Love Sessions. I am your girl, Keela Trinae. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. Monday Night Love Sessions is intellectual stimulation, so you are definitely in for a treat. We are a little sparse tonight, but that's okay because we're still going to hold it down. We have a couple who are not in the building with us tonight, but again, as I said, we're still going to hold it down. I do want to do this really quick before I send it over to Cameron David to my left. I want to give a huge shout out, birthday shout out to my girl Mary, all the way in North Carolina. Love you, girl. I know you're asleep right now, but I'm gonna send you the link so you can get to see this again. So love you, happy birthday. And also Sid, aka Muffin, we go way back like two flats in a Cadillac. It's your birthday too. Love you, happy birthday. Cameron David, it's on you, my brother.
Thank you. Good evening. It's Monday Night Love Sessions. I'm happy to be here. What happened, Chris?
Happy to see you here.
With the music at that point? Sorry. I missed my cue. But I don't want to hear this though. But it's Monday. Happy to be here. Happy Monday to everybody. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. You said, can you hear it? Great.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
But it might just be my mic. You know, I always have issues.
Speaking to the mic. Jinx, you can't talk for the rest of the show.
Oh. Thank you.
Now that Detroit, I shut him down for the rest of the show. Anyway, I'm not going to do that to you.
There we go. Now, surround sound in my ears. Okay. Got it.
With the beats?
Yeah.
Is that the isolation?
Beats by Reed.
Noise isolation? Beats by Reed. Stupid. I'm gonna shoot it over here. We already did the sponsors, right? Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah. Y'all just took my job away from me.
To make it easier, so now we get to learn more about you.
This is what's happening. Learn more. Okay, what do you want to know about me?
I tell you that, t-shirts every Monday. Shout out to Black, CEO of Blackline Entertainment.
Oh, Black.
One of our sponsors.
Great. Shout out to Black.
Cool Avenue. I had the black one before, so today I'm rocking the white one. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the whites. Inside joke.
Great. I have a nice t-shirt on. This is Go Commando. Shout out to the Commando community out there. Shout out to Commando Fridays. That is a national movement holiday that I started maybe about a year ago. You can't hear me?
I can hear him.
You can't hear?
I can hear you. Keep going.
Now, bow. So, shout out to Commando Fridays. Everybody, free yourself on Fridays. I really stand by this. I say, do what you got to do. If it's going without no draws, if it's doing something that you've never done before, free your mind, liberate your body, and happiness. So I'm gonna shoot it over here to Detroit. What I gotta do to take him out of Jinx? Because he can't really talk until I say something.
Tell him
You
what's
said my
the
Nah,
word.
nigga, you gonna get hit.
That's how you come out of it.
No, okay, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. But you're right. There you go.
Hey, he ain't putting me on rules. You don't even
Right?
Okay.
You gonna jig something and don't know the rules to get him out.
I mean, I'm 32 years old. You can't.
Are you 32?
I'll be 32 this year.
Yikes.
Yeah, you old.
Yeah, don't let the baby face fool ya.
I saw that, Chris.
That 30 life.
I don't need the joint juice though.
Whatever. We young out here, Chris. We young out here.
When's your birthday, Chris?
Thursday?
Thursday?
Really?
Yo, you getting beat up on Monday.
Happy birthday, Chris. Shout
wait,
out to
this
the engineer.
Thursday? Oh.
How old are you turning?
And how old are you?
You're only 5
How
years
young are you?
older than
That's funny.
It is funny.
Yeah.
Y'all go to youth church today?
Who?
Y'all go to youth church together?
Youth church. YBC. Youth Bible church.
That means he's still currently 24, but that's okay because we're in our 20s. Whoop whoop. Y'all old heads.
How old you turn this year?
Dirty. Dirty. Dirty bird.
Better preach.
Dirty 30s. Because I'm from the 30s in East Oakland.
Oh, you who banging on niggas now?
Special shout out to East Oakland.
Wow.
Yes.
Y'all
Fallon.
got the hood up.
Shout out
came
to
out tonight.
Black Line ENT.
Shout out
I know
to Costco.
They're reeling right now because of these
Oh, yeah.
Warriors.
Oh.
You know, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna
It
be
is.
okay.
Steph
Told you they're
cooking
writing
with
a movie right now.
It's
We're
going
going
to
all
be
the
okay.
way.
Right. You know, not everything has a good ending. You know, so we just gonna pray that this one don't either.
Shout out to these Costco dried mangoes, by the way.
What we talking about today?
Bump. We are talking about do open relationships work? You know, open relationships slash polygamy versus traditional relationships. Is one better than the other? Which one fits you best?
Looking at me eating my mangoes.
Pros and cons heavier on each other's side, you know, and all types of scenarios. You know, should relationships change with the times because times have changed? Can a traditional relationship survive in this era?
Yes.
In this day and age?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
But we shall find out. But anyway, I am Dontrell Detroit. Glad to be back in the building. If you want to call in and join this conversation, which I'm hoping you do, you can call in at 323-965-1600. Again, that's 323-965-1600.
My finger was big as shit.
You can also hit me on Instagram or tweet me at Dontrell Detroit, as you can see on the handle.
Oh yeah, shout out to my Instagram too. Style_101 _ Cameron David.
Oh, we doing that? Well, shout out to my Instagram.
Nobody
Akila
wants to follow
Trinae,
you.
all that you a lie.
You a lie.
T-shirts every Monday. Remember, if you have a T-shirt line and you want moi, not moi, to rock it, hit me up, Instagram, direct message. Shout out to everybody who's already hooked me up with shirts. And, of course, I'm going to bless your business because that's what I like to do. I like to support. So, just hit me up, Instagram, Akila Trinae,
Peace.
all day. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, same. Cool.
But yeah, we're about to get into our first commercial break. Talking about some nice shit, but Tyrese is on some dumb shit. Slim, Q, what's up?
We back. I just felt like I wanted to join Tyrese in spirit on the drums.
They was actually
Detroit.
on a bucket.
Yeah,
Some
but
sticks.
they turned. It was
I was
the form of a
playing with
drum.
you. It was a nice drum.
Negro.
Nigga. Nigga.
So we're talking about do open relationships
Chris, I thought you had
work.
an instrumental cut.
And just so you know,
don't
this
want
topic
this instrument.
was brought up by Darnell, nice look nails, who just walked in the building, and he brought it up, and he's choosing to sit on the sideline.
Right.
So he might at some point decide to hop in a chair, but probably not. So this do open relationships work? mensfitness.com. It says some couples are agreeing to open their marriages to other sexual partners. We know the benefits, but what are the costs? One of the things that I appreciated about the article is that it kind of gave, it was almost like a mini case study, because it kind of gave like different perspectives on the idea of open relationships and if they could work or not work, and people's experience with them. And, you know, and then in the end, they kind of gave their closing little remarks. But, fellas, I'm going to let y'all kick it off.
Okay. Because I sent it to you. So I'm going to read the first paragraph. Neil, I'm going to wait till Neil's get. You all right situated over there?
Go ahead.
All right, cool.
I need adapted.
Admit it says. You love her. This loud instrumental in the background. Admit you love her. You really do, but sometimes you like some variety. Perhaps a different body type, or maybe you'd like to see or hear someone else respond to your moves. It's tough to suppress the natural hunter instinct. You're not the only one playing video games well into the night to get that chick out of your office out of your head. I'm sorry, I can't read. With about 50% of marriages ending in divorce, many reporting infidelity as the reason, some couples are challenging the boundaries of traditional relationships in order to keep the spark.
You can go ahead into the next one, I think that.
Call them cheaters, swingers, or whatever couples. The bottom line is that these couples buck monogamy for a more open approach to their relationship. Sex with another person is allowed, but it's not flaunted or discussed outside of the household. Their openness isn't a license to bed everything in sight. Respect and discretion rule. Those who've tried it say it isn't always easy, but what if you could actually make it work? What if you can actually make it work?
More power to you.
They said it.
You said more power
the
to
pimp
you.
hand is way strong, huh?
Yeah, more power to you.
If I can make it work, then I'm gonna make it work. If that's the
Wait,
person I'm in.
before we do this, because we already know that men already have a thesis for that.
Oh,
I'm gonna turn it to the woman, since you're the only woman
You
here.
woman.
You can be the woman for tonight, if you'd like. What if you could make it work?
You know. Honestly,
not
I
asking
wouldn't.
your preference.
You said what?
Not asking your preference.
No, but I want to answer the way I want to answer.
Jesus Christ. I knew that was coming. Ding dong.
But honestly, I don't think I would want to make that work. The only instance I would is not so much in having multiple sexual partners, but if I could have the different men for different purposes, not necessarily sexually, but like, you know,
A nigga to pay your bills, a nigga to wash
yeah,
your car.
yeah. I think for women that would be the better scenario when it comes to polygamy in that sense, just because when you are intimate, or when you're really kind of into someone, a man, when women are into men, that they really kind of get connected, versus when men are usually when they have sex with women, it's not so emotional all the time. Like, it's just like, okay, wham bam, thank you ma'am, moving on to the next. It's not necessarily an emotional connection all the time.
But what about all things being equal?
What about it?
If you could, however you want to put it, connect and disconnect, you feel me? Not have an issue with things, I don't want to say things not be so intrusive because of the way things work, but
Well, because I'm really a selfish person, and I absolutely would not want to share. So with all things being equal, that wouldn't be fair, because then I'd be a hypocrite. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I think that some people might go into a situation like that, like, well, it's cool if I do it, because even with some of the scenarios, for the male perspective, it's like, it's cool if I do it, but she can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, and if I find out she's doing it, then it's all bad.
I think that holds true, but I mean, that's also like case by case as well, because there's some dudes that don't really give a fuck, like, you know. And then there are dudes that be like, you know.
That's true. But I mean, like you said, it's always a double standard. It's always like you can have multiple girls and have sex with multiple girls and not be considered anything. But if a girl has multiple niggas, then she a hoe. So I don't know.
I don't really.
I think it goes both ways.
I think that goes both ways too. Like, if you a hoe, you a hoe.
I believe that there's
It
hoes
don't
out
go
there.
on.
I believe that there are hoes out there, but then at the same time, I believe that there are sexually liberated people who aren't really hoes, but
They just like to.
they like having sex,
Right.
and they know that they can build relationships or understandings with people and have those types of situations going on, and it be that, and it's not that that person is a hoe, it's just that they have come to an understanding within their life journey that, hey, I'm this person, I like to do these types of things, I've, you know, connected with these people on, you know, certain levels.
Porn may
and-
be your career path.
Well, my question
That nigga
is,
said
then why marriage? You get what I'm saying? Why get married? Why not?
Marriage
just-
is not for everybody.
No. I know, but I'm saying, like, with this, it's saying, do open relationships really work in the sense of you're married, so you have you have your main or whatever, and then you're going to pursue other people, you know, because I have a friend who is a guy. He like is adamant about not getting married. He's like, he doesn't want to get married, and reason being similar to what it sounds like you all are saying, that in the situation he's in, he doesn't have to be committed to one person because he knows that he's not going to be. Like, he knows that he's gonna want to talk to
Because
however many women he may want to talk to for however long it may be. It doesn't mean that, you know, he doesn't want to, like, commit to one and, like, have that relationship type of thing, but he knows that it's not going to be a forever type of thing. So if he so chooses to want to go and hang out with somebody else or go on a trip and stay at a girl's house or whatever, that he still has that liberty and that freedom and not really having to go back and answer to anybody or explain. It's just, I just want to go and do and be. And that's cool. So he understands, like, marriage would not be the perfect scenario for him, and he doesn't want to have children. So you know what I mean, like.
So he just want to be a lifetime bachelor.
A traditional marriage wouldn't be his, I don't want to say career path. Huh?
Go ahead.
Anyway, I thought she was. I was trying to read her lips, but yeah, a traditional marriage wouldn't be his career path. And in the article, as you read further, that's what they're discussing, because there are people who live like your friend and choose to live the bachelor life, as you call it, and then there's those who practice polygamy and believe in it that way and go about having a spouse plus others. And the one thing I will say is, people get caught up in one taken away from another, and that's not the case. That's why people do polygamy, or people do get married or have somebody and do something else, because you don't like or love anybody else because you have to take interest in somebody else. I mean, just like those out there by, they don't like or love, they don't like one less because they like the other. They just like both.
They like what they like.
Yeah, they just like what they like. There's something that you give me that I like from that side, and something that you give me that I like from that side. And if one of you makes me happier, then I'm just gonna marry one of those without unnecessary preference. Now, I think the beauty in it, you know, because in one of the articles, he talks about one of the guys. He's like, you know, I grew up in a small town, and you know, it's a traditional, you know, you marry the cutest girl in your school or the cutest one that you think you can get, and you know, you grow up and that's how life's supposed to be. But then you realize yourself, like, well, I have her, but there's other women out there that I like, and the world is changing. Some things are more acceptable, but now I'm in this traditional situation. Now, he didn't want to leave, but he didn't want to be faithful either, so he didn't know what to do. So, being with her so long, he chose to stay and do his dirt, but then it made him sick. Like, I need to tell her because this is wrong for me to be going here doing this, and she's at home, you know, being a good wife, and I'm out here cheating. Until one day, in her purse, he sees a condom. You know, and he's like, right. But instead of him getting mad, he just sat her down and have a conversation. Like, look, I know, I see, and I'm relieved because I had the same feelings. And traditional relationships are perfect and fine and dandy as long as both of you guys are traditional. You know, there's nothing wrong with somebody. To me, there's nothing wrong with an open relationship because to me, the end goal is just to make it work. So if you love one and you love them more than any, but as you say, you're a sexual creature and you know this, if I know I'm not going to love anybody more than I love you, and that's what ended up happening there, he said, because usually, and this happens to everybody who cheats, you begin to want, you grow content or you've conquered who you have. Right. And you know that they're not going anywhere. So you begin to look for a new challenge and wonder what else is out there. So that curiosity is what kills you and propels you to go and deal with somebody else. Well,
you could kill the cat.
Right. So, but once he found out that his girl was doing the same, his thing was in his mind before was like, I wonder if there's somebody better. Once he sat down and had a conversation with her and she was cool and they were able to stay together, he realized there's no way in hell I could have nobody better than her. What other woman is going to allow me to go out every now and then as I allow? And he said it was a tough pill to swallow at first because and realized that you got to be equal
chick
too.
Got to take some dick too.
Yeah, but then he was like, but he was like, once he got over that, he was like, they were the happiest that they could be because at the end of the day, because it's about not faking the funk and being honest, true to who you are.
This is true.
Because if that's really what you want to do and you really love her, then her doing the same thing,
it's not gonna bother.
It's not gonna bother you unless you're just really trying to be selfish about it and have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
So once he got through that, he's like, what other woman can I sit down and have this conversation with and say, oh, she looks nice or whatever, or tell her I'm about to go do this and be cool. And he said, and the fact that he knew that he could do that, it minimized his cheating way more.
He had to do it in secret.
And there was no desire because the whole thing was, I want to know if there's somebody else out there better, and there's not. Now, it sucks if you're traditional and you're with someone who needs to be with a lot of people.
Well, that wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work. But I think.
And the only way open relationships would work is if both people
are
100% like wanting to do it. Not one person, not the woman wanting to do it for the man to keep him around or whatever. Like, because that's absolutely not going to work.
But here's the trip of what's going on today. People are jumping into, especially our era growing up into adulthood. Like, we saw our parents be together forever. But we don't have the same traditions or core values that they had.
Why?
We don't. We just don't. We were raised in a different era. Different things raised. I mean, some of us do, but the majority of us don't.
Because what you see in the household is not going on when you leave.
It's just
you gotta explain that.
More things are more acceptable between. Prime example.
I'm in Darnell, but it's okay.
I'm sorry, I started it, but go ahead. Do you?
No, I mean, like the reason to piggyback off of him is like when you're at home. Like, I was always taught what goes on in the house stays in the house. But, like, you see your father playing that. Like, you see your father playing that role. You see your mom playing her role. So, like, that's common to you. That's what you grow up under. That's what you follow. But when you leave, you don't see that really nowhere else. You don't see that with your peers. You don't see that just in every day going on. So, like, it's not gonna be what you follow. Like, you'll follow it when you at home. But when you leave, you're going to do something else because now you have the ability to be free and do what you think is right. And normally nowadays in this era, it's not particularly right.
Or you go to fit it. That's like your mama. That's like your dad opening the door for your mother.
Or it's just like cussing. Like, you ain't gonna cuss in front of your mom, but when you leave, you're gonna be cussing.
Yeah.
Like when Smokey come around, I be quiet. But when he leave, I be talking again. Or Debo.
You mean Debo?
Yeah, Debo. Now I mean, it's kind of like it's like that.
If your dad cussed at your mom and she didn't respond and your dad corrected herself like, oh, I'm sorry. But then you got to school and he cussed at her and she was like, boy, stop playing. You want to go out? You can be like, I don't happen like that at home.
Yeah, mind your motherfucking business.
I guess we can. But that's what's going on in relationships. period. It's just different. Women have more options today than they did yesterday. So it's almost like if you was chosen as a woman back in the day, that's just kind of who you was with. Right. Divorces were low. It just, when now people divorce quicker than they get together. And so it's like we're trying to jump in something traditional, but we're not living in traditional times. We're not doing traditional things, and those are not really our core values. But we know that's the right thing to do, but we don't live the right way. You know, women now have options that they didn't have before. So it's cool. Our thing is still the same. We're gonna hunt until we find someone that we really like. Put everybody else to the side to them until something goes south.
But as far as the open relationship or whatnot, like it's like I don't think it has to do with finding something better. I think it has to do with, okay, yeah, I enjoy having sex with my main girl or whatever, or my girlfriend that you would call, but I want to see if it's just as exciting with someone else. Because if there was the whole point of trying to find something better, then this wouldn't be your main. You would just be, like she said, like her friend would be single, just going around dating whoever you wanted to date. It wouldn't be no type of commitment right here if you were trying to find something better, because then it wouldn't be an open relationship. You'd just be cheating.
Not necessarily, because Pitbull, for the example that you're talking about, Pitbull is further down in the article, and Pitbull has, I want to say, a wife, and he said like his biggest issue in his relationship, his wife is content with the life that he lives. She says she knows that, you know, when he's away, he's gonna do his thing, and he fully expects the same thing. But the only issue comes in is when people call her, like, you know, and telling her like, oh, Pitt's doing this, Pitt's doing that.
But for that situation, I feel like it's different, because for her, it's almost like out of sight, out of mind. That's not full acceptance of, okay, we're in this together in this situation. It's more like Pitbull's like, this is what I'm about to do, and I'm not changing it no time soon. That's his way of going about it. And I really feel like she's the wife who's like, I'm with Pitbull, so as long as he comes home to me, as long as he continues to pay these bills, as long as he continues to be Pitbull, then I will accept this. If Pitbull
was a regular
shout out
nigga
to our sponsors, you know what I'm saying? That would not be the case.
But
you
there
know
are,
what I mean?
but there are different people for the
because
scenario
that's
that he's
different.
talking
She's
about.
like, yeah, it's cool. Like, come on, people, bring home all the people. Like, no, she's not saying that.
Okay, now can I reverse this real quick? Now, what about the female aspect or the female part of it? Like, what is the fulfillment that? Well, we are, like, as men, we know what our fulfillment is as far as, I mean, trying to find something better or more exciting. But what is the female perspective on the side of an open relationship as far as her wanting to date her main man but have other men too?
Well, that's why I was saying in the beginning, like, men who will be able to do different things. You get what I'm saying? Like, the same way a man is going to be with a woman because certain women do different things or different tricks or whatever. However,
right. Now sexual. Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Now in a sexual standpoint. Now as far as like an everyday living.
Right, but what I'm saying is, for a woman, there might be a dude who cuddles and then another dude who won't. So what I'm saying is, for a woman, it's like
you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Having a different men who will be able to provide different things for them. One who has good conversation, the other one who's just real fun to hang out with. You get what I'm saying? And then another one who, hey, that's what the song says. You know what I'm saying?
but
you know what I mean? Or the one who's like the bad dude who they know they probably shouldn't be with, but they love him anyway. And then there's the good dude who's gonna treat him right and treat him well, so they're trying to at least be with both of them.
But there's some niggas out there that's all rolled into one.
Yeah, but that's rare.
But the point is, it's a variety, and it's.
So I'm just, because of what he was asking for is a female perspective.
On the female side of it, like, we know
that would be what it is.
Like, we know pretty much what it is on the male side, because
it's
like
the same thing for a woman.
But at the same time, you know, women have feelings, so they be like,
y'all got feelings too.
But we got feelings
too. Like how y'all got feelings, y'all.
That is a lie.
No.
That is.
Y'all be all up in y'all emotions.
We do, but we probably not going. We not going to elaborate on them or put them out there like that.
But that's different. Whether they put them out there is one thing. Having them is all the same.
Polygamy works for
having
people. They're getting the most out of the situation. They're dominating.
Did you say polygamy?
Polygamy works for people who are dominating the situation. Like, if you think about Mormons, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Who basically that's how they live.
Right.
You have the man who has multiple wives. They're not showing you wives who have multiple husbands, because you're not going to find a group of men who are going to live in one house together and be the
Okay
side
with it.
husband, right? Okay with it.
Yeah.
Whereas women, they will. You get what I'm saying? Because they're satisfied with the piece or the aspect
Whatever
or
they
the
getting.
part of
Whatever
what they're
they
getting.
getting, yeah.
We have a caller on the line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Spider from Oakland.
Hello, Daddy.
Spider Loke. Spider Loke in the place to be. How you doing, Pops?
All right. I just want to let you guys know that what you're talking about is nothing new under the sun. Everything you're talking about has been done and done over and over. It's even in the Bible. You know, it's nothing new. You know, it's good to have everybody talk about it so that they can understand what's going on, but it's nothing new. All of that, everything that you're talking about has been done and done and done.
I agree.
This is true.
Life is sick.
Now, Daddy, since you're on the line, as far as, because I know, I believe it was Detroit who mentioned it as far as like back in the day, because what it seems like now, just for us, just because we're like at the age of like we're really into adulthood, so it just seems more prevalent, and because the music is talking about it and the media is talking about it, and you got, you know, men turning into women and all the other stuff, so it just seems like everything is just so different now. For back in the day when you were growing up, how did people kind of address or deal with the idea of having multiple women or multiple men, that whole aspect?
Well, the main thing is that it's more publicized now with the media, with all the access to it. But back in the day, it was either kept in the back room, kept undercover, and nobody talked about it. You know, there were marriages
It was
that
discreet.
they weren't real marriages. They were just there for the sake of being married, but they were both doing their own thing. And so, but now with the way the media is now, everything is publicized, so it seems like it's all new, but it's really old.
Right. I think people are just more like, people want to put it on Front Street more now. Like,
Yeah.
people don't know how to keep things to themselves.
Right.
No, well, when you have social media and you got Instagram and
But that don't mean you have to
Facebook,
post everything
and
or
you don't
put everything.
You're absolutely
you know what I
right, and you shouldn't. But it's almost like you're compelled to do so because, and YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Like people
check
are
out,
putting themselves.
Like we talked about, like I mean, when I had brought it up before, like we gonna talk about it tonight. You said about like Will Smith and Jada, they swingers, right? But they don't put it out there like that.
This is true. They don't.
You know what I'm saying? So like, but we would though.
Who
Like
would?
just like the I'm just like the regular people that's not at that status or that stature. They would put it out there like that.
And I think that's to
That's
almost
dumb.
like what I want to say, like not front, but you get what I'm saying, like.
They like to be on the stage. They like to
Look what I'm doing. Look
Yeah,
what I
they
got
wanna be
going
on the
on. When people
stage.
bring everybody into their bedroom, which they should not do.
Right.
You shouldn't bring everyone in, not even the bedroom. You should just not bring everyone into your life. Everybody is not supposed to be there.
I think that's the majority of this situation, but I think the other half of the equation is it's finding like people. I think that's why people also do it. Like
To be liked or trying to find somebody that's
no,
like them.
I'm just saying it's how people click up. It's how people come to be together. It's how people flock in one place.
But there's
If
other
it-
ways to come together than just putting everything on Front Street.
No, but not for some people. Not in small, desolate areas. You feel me? If you somewhere and it's not that many people and it's not widely recognized or really condemned, and you post something on Facebook and you know that out here in Santa Monica,
Right.
they living like that, and somebody come and somebody retweets you, it's like, okay, I'm going through the same situation as you, or I'm doing whatever. Just like after Bruce
Oh,
Jenner
it's okay.
situation.
It's okay to feel like that
Well,
because
just
I'm over
real
here doing
quick,
it too.
real
It's
quick.
just I'm not the only one type of ordeal.
I just want to make sure, Daddy, if you had anything else to say.
The only other thing I want to say is that all that's well and good, but in your older age, when you can't do all that swinging, and you got to depend on that one person,
swinging.
When you done struck out.
you got to have one person that you can depend on, that you can be with, that you truly love, that you can depend on. And if you're doing a whole bunch of stuff, and at the end you don't have that one person, then you end up being by yourself.
Amen. brother.
Free to die and be 70 and alone.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in, Spider.
Sure thing.
Definitely appreciate it. It's like, how do you follow up after him? Like, how do you go behind? How do you go behind?
But I mean, but the reality is though, it seems like a thing to do, kind of like, I don't want to just say when you're young, because I know that there are older men who find themselves doing that. But if something were to happen to you, you know what I'm saying, you get sick, are those other women that you're swinging with, that you've invited into your open relationship, are they going to be there, or are they just going to disappear? So
just
like
the
I
one
said,
you married.
it only works for the person who's dominating in the situation, because they're like, okay, this is everything that I'm getting out of it. And at the point in which they no longer want to get anything out of it, then they're going to be like, okay, I'm done. Like, come on, let's just live the regular life.
But there's two people dominating situations.
That's something that has to be
There's the
established
husband,
in the beginning.
and then there's the wife.
If they're both in agreement.
No. There's the husband, and then the wife. Period. So if something if there's a husband and a wife, and people are swinging around
they're
it,
gonna take care of you.
No, but I'm saying, if you're married, if you marry one, that's the one that you love. If you guys have an open relationship, everybody else is just fun. When it gets down to the nitty gritty, when it gets down to business, if something happened to you, then it's just that one. Because usually there's a top, which is the queen, and she's okay. This is what you can do with the rest of them, whatever. Because it talks about in the article, like, as long as you have communication and whatever, that's allowed.
Can we read some of them parts in the article?
For two that have agreed, that say like, yes, this is what we want to do to work. But I'm saying, for those situations where one, whether it's the wife or the husband, is more like, this is what I want to do, and then the other person is kind of like, okay, well, I guess we can, or for you, I'll do anything. You get what I'm saying? They're going to dominate that relationship until they get to a point where they're like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. And so that's all I was saying. Like, it works for the person it's in their best interest. This is what they want.
You're speaking on terms of if they're not on the same level, though. Like, they both don't want open relationships.
If they both don't want open relationships 100%. That's what I'm saying. Because, again, we can read some of them.
Go ahead, Kim. Start it off. What you got? Which one of your ones you want to pick up the article?
Oh, no. We about to go to a quick break.
I was going to say, you can bring it back after.
Yeah, bring it up afterwards.
But anyway, this is Uncle Chuck, real quick. The only one.
Shout out to Uncle Chuck.
Who is Uncle Chuck?
DJ Cam Q, what's up?
I don't care about titles, why you playing games. I see the way you looking at them, I ain't saying no names. I know, I ain't saying no names. I know, no, I ain't saying no names. We always popping bottles, I let you wear my chain. Now you acting different, why the sudden change? But I know, why the sudden change? I know, why the sudden change? So tell me now, girl, tell me now. Why you acting different every time you come around? Tell me now, girl, tell me now. Why you acting different every time you come around? But I know about them shopping sprees at the mall. I know about them private jets and all. I know you even spending nights at your friend's house. But you come home the next day telling me you're the only one, you're the only one, you're the one, you're the only one, only one that matters to me. You're the only one, you're the only one, you're the only one, only one that matters to me. You're the only one, you're the only one, you're the only one, only one that matters to me. You're the only one, you're the one, you're the only one, you're the only one, only one that matters to me. Let me know, girl, tell me if it's real. I'm having second thoughts, I'm just speaking how I feel. Keep the thrill, I'll be on the road trying to make a meal. Steady on the grind, gotta get it how I live. I ain't got time to be thinking about this and that. Wondering where you at, picture in your frame. Got me stuck on that. You got me stuck on that. Girl, you got me stuck on that. I know about them shopping sprees at the mall. I know Bought them private jets and all. I know. You even spending nights at your friend's house. But you come home the next day telling me
You're the only one, you're the only one, you're the one, you're the only one that matters to me. You're the only one, you're the only one, you're the only one that matters to me. You're the only one, you're the only one, you're the only one that matters to me. You're the only one, you're the one, you're the only one, you're the only one that matters to me.
And we're back. I agree. One, it's too much work to be having multiple people.
It is. It's too many emotions, too many personalities.
I know me. And there's no way in the world I'd be able to do that. First of all, like I told y'all before, I'm selfish. Not cool. I don't even want you talking to your mama. No, I'm just playing.
It's less.
There's some other. I mean, some people like the adrenaline of like almost getting
sneaking
caught.
around.
Yeah,
I
like
think some
almost
people
getting
really
caught.
just like to sneak. Like it probably wouldn't have the same effect if
you already know.
If you knew, like it'd be like, well, that does.
I think the thrill of the chase. I mean, the thrill of it is.
Because I mean,
that's not open relationship.
Honestly,
y'all ever had that moment
because
when y'all trying to get
honestly,
some
a lot of people in open relationships.
That's just cheating. What y'all
A
talking
lot
about?
of people in open relationships, and they just don't know. Just like if a woman were with a guy and they know that he's messing around, and they still stay with him because they're like, I know what he's doing. And as long as I don't see it, as long as I don't find out about it, as long as he comes home, then I'm good.
Money,
you're
girl.
in an open relationship. You're sharing.
He buy me Gucci and Prada. He could do whatever he
You know, he pays my bills, so I'm straight. Like I couldn't be okay with that. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
That's less work for you.
What'd you say?
That's less work for you.
No.
How would that less work for her?
I don't care how
Trust.
you try and
Trip.
justify.
Yeah. Explain that. Explain that.
It's
But
not cool. You're just saying
that.
because somebody else could be doing part of the work.
Not
and they
everybody.
come home less
You
stressed,
still got to do
and
yours too to keep getting what you want.
Not every, but that's I'm saying that you gonna do you naturally. So
Because
you
I
hope
would
them,
just be
you
like
hope they
this.
like you
Well,
for you.
you just
Not even that
going
though.
out
But if
there
I know,
then.
but if I know shorty out there, if I know shorty out there getting, you know what I'm saying, getting
I'm not
dick
in
down by somebody
competition with
else,
anybody.
I gotta make sure I do me, but plus a little bit more. Cause what if he made
Now
her
you
the new
ain't-
main joint?
Now
Yeah,
you're in competition
you know what I'm
with
saying?
somebody.
Okay,
I'm
but
not
see-
in no competition. I'm not
Okay,
running
but-
a marathon, and this is not the 2016 Olympics.
I got asthma. I ain't running no marathon.
We are losing sight of what an open relationship is. Y'all done turned it into cheating and some more stuff.
No. I was saying that
We just had an agreement, a
Yeah.
moment real
open
quick.
relationships,
Right, but I'm saying
and they don't
clearly
know.
you two couldn't do this.
No.
But
Well, clearly.
Oh no.
you
I mean,
Libras.
hold on. Not, like,
We're
don't get
Virgos.
twisted. Like if
Y'all
you gonna do you,
Libras.
then go ahead. But
Y'all
I'm gonna do me too.
Freedom scales.
no, because
And the scales mean that everything has to be balanced. So
Yes.
that is correct in
Yes.
the sense that if we are to engage in that type of relationship, then yeah, I mean, I don't have no problem with that. My thing is be honest about it, and let's be
Put it out there.
that's my
communicative
only
in the
thing.
situation.
As long as we honest,
Because
Communication is very
everything will work with good communication. It don't matter what type of relationship you're in, be it business, work, school, whatever. If you communicate, everything will flow, and you won't have no hiccups. Not at all. Nobody would. If for these polygamists, they communicate. So that's how everything works. Like all the women communicate amongst each other to get the roles, the chores and all that done. And then they communicate to the one dude.
Right, but it's
and
like
he'll communicate that
it's-
I love all of you.
But you get what I'm saying?
It's like a
The way-
Women,
the
and I was
way
gonna say
the
that.
Mormons
Wait. But you brought
do
up
polygamy?
Yeah, that's fine. But no
That's not the way black people trying to do polygamy.
no woman is going to want to
Now
take care
you-
of. No woman is going to want to take care of multiple men unless they're her sons.
Right. So what I'm saying.
That's why it wouldn't work.
No,
Not because
but
it'll
listen,
look
but
crazy.
let's
No
think about
woman-
it.
No woman is going to want to take.
That's like a cultural
Got
thing.
an attitude for us. She ain't trying
It's
to
a
deal with all
cultural
that.
thing. Let's think about black people And are we talking about these men? Because I know,
But you don't take care of
listen.
more than one
No, what are
person.
you talking about? He's talking about taking care of people. I'm
talking about
asking,
in a polygamy-
would
in a-
you want to bring this open relationship? Would you want to bring these other women in your home to have them live there? No, you wouldn't. You want them women to be at all they different homes,
you
so
want
you
to
can
leave
go
that.
there when you want to. You don't want to be with all of them for real.
Actually,
Okay.
to get down to it, if there was.
Did anybody watch the show that they have for polygamy?
Let them finish.
No, I'm just saying, like it could work. That would be a beneficial.
You would want them all in the same house.
Why not?
Okay. You would
now
not
it's
be
not.
able
It's
to
not
take
a.
it.
It's now. It's not an open
No, you
relationship
would
no
not.
more. You know, he just turned into Hugh Hef. It ain't no open relationship no more.
And the thing about it
No,
is, because my
it is
shit
an open
my shit'll be so.
Well, it ain't, because they all live. They all know what's up. But I mean, it's like.
So it's only open when it's secret.
It's only open when it's like, okay, we gonna have somebody join in, boom, y'all join in, do whatever, then you go home. It ain't. Come on, even somebody got the basketball game ain't on all. I mean, the clock run out sometime.
Yeah, exactly. what I'm saying is. What I'm saying is that shout out to Darkness, just stepped into the building.
The Hershey gang.
No homo.
Pause.
She can say that. She can say that.
She don't know nothing about it.
Anyway,
Anyway.
about the article though. About the article.
Yeah, what about it?
You said you wanted to bring
chose
something
it.
up. Cause I read it. I mean, I read it.
Well,
I
tell
thought
me
it was
what's in
quite.
it.
Well, look, the other part of the traditional situation is
You was talking about a show or something.
pros versus cons. Well, I was saying because y'all was going like y'all was making it seem like when polygamy is happening, like everybody's taking care of one, and that's not the case. There's a central relationship.
Well, we were talking about Mormons.
There's a central relationship. Like if you got thousands of wives, then that's more power to you. I personally wouldn't want more
But that's
than one.
polygamy.
Yeah, I know it is, but I'm saying, but there's the other type of polygamy
The
too.
black
where-
polygamy. Go ahead.
Well, I'm
explain.
saying because you don't always have to marry the other person. Now,
Right.
when you marry, then you got more than one at home. But you can just be married to one
Right.
and have others in your home.
Right.
You still don't take
so simple.
to take care of all these women is just
But you read
that's difficult. But the flip side to it is most of us try to find a mate and we try to grow with them and take care of all their needs, or I don't know what to call it, but we try to just become all that they need, right? But a lot of times that's an arduous task, like because it's just not who we are naturally. Like if you quiet, I can't turn you into a talker.
What are you talking about?
Okay, let's say I like.
It's not who
Are
you
you
are.
just say-
If it's not who you are, then it's just not in you. But if
When
it's
Right.
you
you,
get
then
married,
I'm not just when you get married or when you
it's
date.
an arduous task to take care of your wife's needs, all of her needs.
It may be to be all of who she needs. You get what I'm saying? Like, so you may not like sports, but I like sports. So I want somebody
but
to
that's
talk
not what that's not what that means.
to. No, but here's what I'm saying though. See, y'all first off, y'all keep reducing polygamy to a sexual situation.
No, we're not. I'm just trying to understand you.
Okay, but I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you what I mean.
Keep telling me.
Quit cutting me off.
I am.
Anyway, so if I like more than one thing, but you only like two of them, you have to learn to like the other thing. If I like four things, you're only good at two. You got to learn to be good at the other four, right? But you may not be good enough at the other four, at the other two, for me to actually like and dealing with you with. So there's another woman out there that's good at the other two. Now, I only need her for those two things. If you're okay with that, then that's fine. But in traditional relationships, that's where a lot of people fail. Because you just said it yourself. Well, it'd be nice if I could go to this guy and have him pay my bills. I can go have a conversation with this guy over here. He can take me out to dinner. But the one guy that you may love or you about to marry, he may have good conversation, but his pockets ain't deep enough to go out to eat that often, or whatever the other case and scenarios may be. That's what that's about.
Right. But all I would like to say to that is that means it's not gonna be perfection. You get what I'm saying? So that's why there's compromise. That's why you adjust and you work things out, because you're not gonna get 100% of the time. So what it sounds like you're saying to me is, I'm going into this relationship, this open relationship, or I'm going into this relationship, but I wanted to now be open because she doesn't like sports and home chick likes sports. So I'm about to be with this chick and home chick because now I get the main chick and the sports chick together. Like
The main
that
chick is
seems
the
very
home chick.
greedy. That seems very like
It's not
like,
greedy.
It's easier. You know what I'm saying? It's easier.
and that's
not the way it's supposed to be.
See,
But it's still a compliment, though.
but that's my point. That is my point. You want some people to compromise, and they don't believe that they should, or they can't, or they won't. So it's hard. But the issue is sometimes you've already fallen in love with them, and now you have this difficult task of trying to get them to meet you in the middle somewhere where they can't, or they're having a hard time to. So either you split, or you end up going to cheat. Some people just say, well, that is hard for one person to do. But if I love one person more than I love the next, I can marry them, but it's easier, and I won't burden them with trying to serve all these needs when they're good at these few things.
Don't get married.
No, but this is what I'm saying. But there's no, I mean, that's what you say. I get you. You know, traditions, that's fine. You know what I mean?
But you can get married. You can just find you somebody has like-minded ideals with you, and that way you guys can both communicate and it can work. And that's where we get to the open. That's where we get to the open relation. That's you know what I'm saying. And those things do work is with communication.
If somebody's in polygamy and they married 50 years, and you're a traditional and you're married 50 years, job's done. Now, if you try polygamy and it don't work, and they try to be traditional,
but it has to still work with that person, though.
But that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Like, it's not about how it's done; it's about it being done. If we want to enter the realm of marriage, then let's make this marriage last. And however you need to go about that, you need to go about. See, my only thing with people who do traditional things is the fact that sometimes traditional people get together and aren't willing to do all that it encompasses.
Okay, there's a question on the table.
Go ahead.
It was text through.
Great.
How would you guys feel if a woman wanted a man to join you guys in the bedroom?
That's what I was talking about earlier.
What was you talking about, Nick?
That's what I was talking about.
So open relationship. We'll start with you, Detroit, because you're open to it.
I'm not with.
She wants
that part. But that part will be put on the table.
No.
Hold on. Before
you said you're open to relationships like that.
I've been in an open relationship before.
And she brought a man.
No, she didn't bring him in, but she was having
say the question again.
How would you guys feel if a woman wanted to bring a man into the bedroom with you all?
Well, wait.
No.
If he wants to do her and not touch me, we can talk about that.
No, together.
No.
Hell no.
There's no.
But look,
you teetering the line, baby.
No, but look.
Why am I teetering the line? I'm just asking the question that was asked.
In rebuttal to that question, like, because if I'm in an open relationship, I'm going to ask that at the beginning. And if she says, well, yeah, if I can bring a guy, then I just won't ever ask for a girl.
Okay. I'm going to say this. What? I'm going to say this, and this is Cameron Davis speaking for Cameron Davis, not Cameron speaking for any of the niggas in here.
Hey, go ahead, preach, brother.
Preach.
Make sure we clear that up.
Hey. Now, I'm not with the homosexuality. Everybody knows this.
No bueno.
No bueno.
No bueno.
None at all. But if me and my woman had an understanding, and we were in that situation, and she wanted to do that, that's cool. She would understand that I'm not doing nothing, and if it's just more so on some...
Then she could go get her issue in.
But I'm going to use a technical term, the cock-holding term, of me just watching. Cool, I've done that. I'm
That's what I said.
Fine.
I said,
I'll watch.
we could do her, or I'll watch.
You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. I'm open to that.
That's what I was saying.
But
I'm not about to be up
those types of questions, it can be delivered in a different way, because women trying to make it seem like, oh, men wouldn't be cool with that. It's are you really down with that, though? Because most women wouldn't do that.
And that's
most women would not have the balls enough to ask their dude for another nigga in the bedroom.
And most girls,
that's a hypothetical situation.
Most girls,
that's a hypothetical situation.
No, but why is that?
Why is that? Because most women, for one, don't want two dudes.
And that's just.
And most women, like you said,
you just said it yourself.
I said that's
contradicting yourself.
No, that's me. But you
frowning.
said earlier.
You're frowning at what I'm saying.
Because I think it's funny. Because you said earlier that women want multiple relationships just as much as men do.
Yeah.
They do, but you just said like
but
earlier,
they don't.
Multiple relationships and multiple dudes at the same time is two different things, and we're talking about.
But even multiple dudes are the same.
One time.
Some people may think
Mine's
that
is
they can take that challenge on multiple dudes in one room, but that's still slightly different than multiple dudes in one room dealing with each other. There are women out there that feel like they can take that challenge. You're like, you know what? I can take you, him, and him. That's different because if both of them is doing everything to her, but most women don't want the dude that they're dealing with to touch the other guy. I went and got my hair done. And that lady is different. Shout out to you. You know, at least she is different. You know, but her and her homegirls are sitting there talking about gay porn. She's like, I seen it for the first time, and it did something to me down south. Like I had to watch it again.
Down south,
right? So right. But then, so I was like, so you want your dude to the show? No. Sure, I don't need my dude touching another. No. I'm just saying I like watching gay porn, but I don't want my guy talking. I don't want my guy touching another guy. It's cool to watch, but.
That's weird.
What?
But that's what I'm saying. But that's how.
Can we go a different direction?
Moving on.
I don't know how we got there.
Somebody text the question.
That was me. I'm sorry.
No. The question was cool, but then she playing.
No.
I'm about to tell you. It's like you said. It's perception and how you word shit stuff. Perfect example. Like, yo, so you like hugging men? Like, nah. So you don't hug men? I mean, yeah. But it ain't like that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I give my daddy a hug every time I see him. Like a full open arm, hey, what's up with you? You know, but you know, the homies slap hands, boom, it's a hug. But you know, if you ask, like, hey, so you hug, man?
She's talking about intimately. Like.
But I'm just saying, it's the way that you ask that
She's
question.
She's trying to draw a negative inference.
You teeter in the line, yo.
No.
So
look, women naturally are sensual creatures. You get what I'm saying? Men are masculine. You guys are soft, and you guys do the touching and all babies and all that. You feel me? That's kind of what y'all do. And if you want to have another sensual activity with another woman, it's always a man's thought for this. Yeah, this seems like a grand idea. You know, hell yeah, I'm with that. You know, but it has to be something that she's willing to do, because if not, it's. But you know, like I said, it's a sensual encounter.
Communication, as you said, is important, because I feel like sometimes women will do things. They will agree to things for the simple fact of they don't want to lose the man. So they may not really want to do it, but they do it just to oblige him. They do it to keep him around. They do it to appease him so that he doesn't go out and go with another woman, even though he may do that anyway. Yep. So women, in their mind, they're thinking, well, maybe I can, if I do this, then it will kind of keep it together. Like, one of the things they said is polygamy or open relationships is not the solution to a relationship that is already failing.
Right.
If you're not in a good place in your relationship, this is not the key to success. Like, hey, let's try an open relationship. This is for people who, as Cameron said, you were like that from day one.
Yeah.
And then you were like, well, I never really said anything about it, but let me have a conversation and see where her head is at. Well, in that situation, if it's like that's how you are and she's not that way, then that's not going to work out. So then you make a decision. Well, am I going to continue to be with this woman, or am I going to go find somebody else who is like-minded, who we can work this situation out with? But it's not a means to I'm having bad sex in my relationship, let's go have an open relationship to fix it. That's not going to work. Because then if you find someone else who's now fulfilling you, then that's where you're going to go most of the time. And the woman who you're mainly with is going to turn into the side chick.
But not even that, though. You know, you can get two girls at the same time all the time.
Not even this. It's just the other part.
And you're going to bring your brother.
If I know I can get two girls at the same time all the time and there's no problem.
With your brother?
No.
Why? Never mind. Here's my thing. I say self-motivation is the best motivation. You feel me? If she's self-motivated to do whatever, you know, and I agree, then it's gonna go. But hell, a woman, you can't tell me a woman is about to go down there and start playing tiddlywinks with another woman and she was not into that joint. It's not gonna happen. You know, just like if she don't want to give you oral copulation as a man.
No, I'm saying more of like
it's kind of just
allowing somebody else in to that situation. That's what I was saying. Like, or saying it's cool for you to go do X, Y, and Z, and I'm still gonna be here. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel you.
if she, most of the time for women who do that, they really are into both men and women.
Or don't know, and it's an unlocking key that you don't want to do. Because remember, I don't know if you read all of the article, but he had the one boring wife, and he was kind of bored with her, and he didn't want to leave her, so he tried to get her. You know, she finally did it.
And she fell in love.
And she was like, "Oh my God, I see what these. I've been tripping the whole time. Essentially, like I could have been doing this. Now I understand why all these other women is, you know." And so now he's like, "Well, I got to worry about her doing it and everything, but that's the door I unlocked, so I'm just gonna live with it." You know, so.
Or you could be like somebody I know and just keep pressing, and they be like, you know what? I tried. Then it's a wrap after that. Then they just start doing it without you. Like, oh, you want to go and invite me? I can't watch? All right, whatever.
I'll put you on.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think there's just equal. To me, it's just a conversation that needs to be had. Period. Like this is who I am. This is how I was raised. This is what I'm into. Because just because we know it's ideal to be with just one person, we all don't fit that script. We all don't fit that.
So are we questioning women? I mean, threesomes and adding other people in, or open relationships?
No, it's open relationships. Do they work versus traditional relationships?
Because based on the article, it gives different scenarios on how some people deal with open relationships. Like the one scenario that he was talking about, the woman allowing the man to bring another woman into their home. Then there was Pitbull, who he just goes out and does his thing, and his wife accepts that, and she's there. She doesn't necessarily participate. And then there are people who both.
But he also said he knows she doing her too.
Which is I think which is common in the city, especially right now, man, because I mean, a lot of people don't want to get their feelings involved, so it's kind of almost on a don't ask, don't tell basis, you know? Like, I know that I like you, and I know you kind of like me back. But, shit, we don't have our shit together to be together like that just yet. So whatever you doing outside of me, I'm not going to ask, you know? And if that's the same shit, and that's the same case going back, you know, if that was the situation with me, I would, you know, if they ask, you have to tell them. But most times, you know, if it's an understanding, they're not gonna ask that question because they want to know, but they really don't want to know. Yeah, if you're not committed, it's not even it's not their business. If you're intimate with somebody, if they ask you that question, nigga, you better tell them like, yo, well, I did do this and that, you know what I mean, or I have been dealing with this person, or no, I don't. Shit, I don't really have time to do it. Right. You know, like, you know, unless you're trying to come over. You know what I'm saying? Like, all some stuff like that. Just joking around or whatever. But seriously, you know, a lot of people are on that don't ask, don't tell. But what they will do, they'll hit social media, and then they'll start seeing who's liking pictures, and then they'll click that person's name.
Become the FBI.
The FBI on the low, but still act as if they don't really give a shit. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when the problems start, you know, because you get emotional. But if you have emotionless women, which is...
That ain't where it gets started.
2000,
they got committed.
2000.
But they ain't tell you.
You're emotionally committed.
None of these women have emotions right about now.
Oh, no, that's a damn lie.
That's a damn lie.
That's a damn lie. Now, a lot of them don't.
a lot of them
don't. Or they're skilled at masking it. You get what I'm saying? Because they kind of know what goes with, you know? You know, and, well...
Or they've set themselves up to a point where it's like, I don't want a relationship to be the demise of what I got going on. I got a good job. I got a house, an apartment. Like, I don't need any extra baggage that comes along with another person at this moment. So I'm a frolic.
Right. Or they know they're not ready to deal with nobody like that. I just don't really want you around me like that often.
Right.
Which makes sense. Not me per se, but most women.
Cool with me.
Women are really like cats. If you think about it, a cat is not going to come when you call, you know what I'm saying? But they're going to come when you ready to feed them. They don't come when they need some TLC. You know what I'm saying? They hey, let me out so I can go do my thing. But, you know, they're kind of real independent creatures.
Same thing with dogs. You let them roam, they find their way home when they're ready to.
But dogs are going to usually be sitting there trying to play with you and sniff you and all that type of shit.
But when they leave though.
They go. True.
But they always come back.
What about fish?
Fish?
That's why I want to talk to you no more.
You gonna sink or swim?
What about fish?
You gonna sink or swim?
Hey, fish usually take the bait.
Nah. Got him. Got him.
Got him.
Anyway, we about to take a break real quick. Shout out to DJ Cameron David.
Shout out to yourself.
Yeah, shout out to myself. We about to.
Right.
Homies ain't shit.
This nigga right here. Anyway, yeah, we about
Stop
to. Where we
smacking.
About to go? Who's that smacking? He's smacking on the beat.
He's smacking on the beat.
Actually, we just about to let this. Nah, I'm gonna hit him with this. Recognized by P&D. Yeet.
Yo, it's your boy Leo Flowers over here at U Nation. Tune in every Monday from 10:30 to midnight.
On my mama.
Yes. So.
And we are back.
We are back.
We're back in the building.
Back.
So we got DJ SB back in the building. We never got your opinion on what you thought about open relationships. Do they work versus traditional relationships, and do they work? Which is better?
Dude, man, look, I'm gonna just be frank as possible here.
Just be black.
Just be black. You stupid.
I have no choice, son. Look,
That's being true to yourself.
Now, traditional relationships, you have to go back and think about how tradition, where it came from. Back in the day, the man was the provider. What?
Before you go into this, just let me tell you that her dad came on and said that everything that already happened, everything that's happened today happened back in the day. Go ahead.
I don't know what the hell that got to do with anything. I'm about to
Wait, before we get there.
Okay, before we get there too.
323-965-1600.
Yeah, call in.
It's like 15 minutes, so hurry up.
Please call in.
So look, Trip. Everything back in the day was totally different. The structure was different. Life was different. Women didn't even have the right to vote. You get what I'm saying? The man provided, and the woman was home to take care of the kids, take care of his needs, and feed the family, and clean the house. That's what the way it was. But as time evolved, people evolved, women evolved, and they became more independent to where the way and the traditional way of doing things no longer was as valid as it was then. So it becomes, now we are equal. Instead of the man is the head of the household, then it became the woman is the head of the household because most of the men became shiftless and or couldn't find a job or had a felony or so now the woman is carrying the weight.
But just lazy's all here.
Yeah, that too. Now the woman is carrying the weight and shit, they like taking care of the niggas, you know what I'm saying? Which is all fine and dandy. So we can't really put tradition and put it and hold it to such a high esteem because that don't work for everybody. Now, as far as the open relationships go, look, man, I know for sure some people don't have a tolerance to deal with somebody on a consistent basis for the rest of their life like that. And if they do get there, they have to grow to get there. I know I'm not the same person I was when I was 21, 24, 25, because I think I was spending a whole lot of money and doing a whole lot of partying. You know what I'm saying? Just, that firsthand, you know what I mean? And life was fun, But as I got older, I need to find somebody I can build this fortress with, And not even necessarily what you could bring to the table, but like if I got enough interest in you to where I want to do nothing but sit still and cater to your needs, and you know what I mean? Like if you grab my interest like that, this is what we need to do. You know what I mean? And however we gonna get there together, it makes it work. But until we get there, until we reach that, you know what I mean? Everybody not gonna be able to be compatible. So it depends on who you are, man. Like I'm an open relationship type of guy too, because I think it works better most of the times. Like I don't really want to know what the hell you doing. Don't tell me, just whatever you doing, make sure you don't come to my porch. You know what I mean? But when we together, because I don't really have that much time to give you.
So then you're not an open relationship type of guy.
You
just don't want to know about it.
But you are until
look, dude,
that woman comes along.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's what I was getting to. Like I'm with that, but I'm also, we together, you my girl. Like this is it. Like we about to. Let's go tear the city up.
And don't ask, don't tell, don't mean you don't know that it's not going on. It just means I don't want to.
Open.
No. That's different because I can know.
If you wasn't open, then you just wouldn't tolerate it, and you would let the person know.
And you wouldn't deal with it.
You're not saying nothing about it.
Like, where was you at last night? Why you didn't answer my phone? Like, what you doing? I got company.
But there's a good chance that. But if I know you was out with somebody, like I seen you out with somebody else, or I knew you was gonna be out with somebody else, like but I don't ask you because I don't want the detail. Those are two different things.
Like, what are you trying to say?
I just said you're not open. If you're saying you do what you do, I just don't want to know about it, that's not really being open to me. In the sense of what an open relationship is for both people, fully accepting.
Well, the thing about it is the woman that he messing with ain't gonna go tell him that he was doing whatever.
But I'm saying, just in a general sense, based on what he said,
the situation is not open.
I get what you're saying. There's
because
two
if
parts
you were
of
open, then you would talk about it. You'd be like, oh, okay, so how was it?
I consider that.
Now, the way our feelings and emotions are set up, everybody's not.
So that's all I'm saying.
So, but at the
there's
same time,
some people who are open.
You have a different meaning of it, which is your meaning, and it works for you. I'm sure. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to argue that. No. I'm not going to argue that point. I'm not, because you.
We're talking about open relationships.
Now, don't mean that it's not possible, because I'm just as selfish as the next man until it came and fell into my lap, and I was like, you know what? I'm cool with this. She was bold enough to tell me I'm actually okay with this, and we talked about everything openly.
But the selfish part of it, that'll be the one that you would marry, but everything else would be for fun.
No, but because we had our own exclusive situation.
But I'm saying it's the open part that we talking about. Like you selfish is the next. Like you selfish is whatever you want to be, whatever you call it.
But we could have made it. I just didn't get along with her like that.
Dude, okay, look. I think we're defending some shit we don't have to defend. It's just her throwing salt on wounds right now.
No, I'm not throwing salt on wounds.
Okay, look. Okay, my bad. You're provoking thought. My bad. Let me put it in right terms. You're provoking thought. I'm telling you,
open relationship.
I'm telling you, you're using that open like as it been like an open book. It can be that as well, but it can also be look, man. I don't really give a shit what you do on your spare time, but if Thursday night, 7 o'clock, it's me and you, it's me and you. Whenever we together is us. When we're not together, I don't really want to know what you're doing. Even if you're not doing anything, I'm gonna just assume you're not, and I'm gonna assume you are. And I'm okay with that in my mind. My mind works different.
So that's what I believe. Your interpretation is
that's what I said. He asked
that. No. I understand that.
But it's still open to me because she's not my girlfriend.
Absolutely.
I'm not her boyfriend.
I'm not disagreeing with you. If you listen to anything I'm saying, I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying is I'm offering an alternative perspective to what you said. Another way of thinking about it, that it becomes a mind game. That if I can convince myself that this is okay, then I can tolerate this relationship. So in the sense of having an open relationship, what I see as open is it's open, which means that anything and everything is discussed, it's communicated, and I'm okay with it. Not that I don't want to hear about those parts, because that might be a part of the open relationship working, is me being able to talk to you about it. Because now, if we're not discussing it, if we're not communicating it, it's just I'm living a separate life.
If you need to tell me, that's
no. What I'm saying is, if I'm now living a separate life, to me, that's not an open relationship. It's me, I'm doing my thing over here.
But y'all just talking.
You're doing your thing over there.
Right.
And it's not something that we have decided that this is what we're doing together. Like swingers, like they're basically saying, like, this is the plan.
Right.
This is what we're about to do. Or bringing somebody else into your bedroom. You're like,
but are y'all just like talking?
But then they also
you saying like, okay, yeah, we together, but I like to bring other people in.
But even
like, cause I thought he was coming from the simple fact of like, yeah, we talk like on a level of like we're just talking. So therefore, like, yeah, when we together, and this is what we gonna do. But when we not, I'm gonna do me.
But that's just dating. So that wouldn't even. Yeah, that's not an open relationship anyway.
Yeah,
because
we're actually talking about like having a wife and having friends around.
Like, where they gonna
be? But my thing is when I said open, you was like, no, that's not open. That's why I was like, wait, it kind of is. But when he puts it like that, a wife,
because there's people who do polygamy.
Hey, nigga, no, I was about to cuss. You don't mess with God. When you get bonded in with God, that's it, nigga. No, we're not getting divorced unless it's mandatory. But no.
So you mean
if you were married and your girl wanted to have
pause. I got it. So you get married, and you know your wife is a freak. You know this because you married her.
That's probably one of the good things.
Okay,
about
so now we on one accord.
Yeah.
Your wife comes to you and say, "Baby, I want to bring another woman into the bedroom." You gonna tell her no?
Hell no.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Okay, is this a consistent?
It's whenever she want it or whenever y'all discuss it.
Okay,
Because the thing about it is, that's the ideal I mean,
that's not an open relationship, yo. That is clearly
that is an open relationship.
Baby, this is what I want.
Well,
this is what I need you to provide.
you're talking about an encounter, but if that happens,
an encounter.
If that happens on the
Always.
then
You've opened
That's
it
it. If that-
to someone
yeah,
else.
'cause
You
that's
have a bond between two people, and you've opened it
I'm
to
saying the
another party
confines
to
of
come
a-
in. That's
getting the
open
definition of
An open relationship is just like, okay,
You can do what you do, and I can do what I do.
Yeah, that's an open relationship.
And we still do what we do together.
Yeah, but if we married, we live in the same house, like, babe, I feel like we need to go recruit tonight.
said golly.
Shit.
Now,
All right, baby, let me go get my good cologne.
there is
Oh,
no
you nation world.
there is no single
No hope.
definition
That's
for
what it
open.
It's no hope because you probably don't agree.
But I think we getting the definition of
But-
open relationship confused.
There
right
is no single
Because-
definition of it, but we're talking about having somebody you're committed to, and then dealing with someone outside of that on any
open
terms.
relationship. Okay, like I said before about the Will and Jada thing. Like you as a couple, y'all go to these parties or these functions or whatever, and you openly give her hand to another dude. That's an open relationship.
However you want to swing it. You feel me?
Look,
I'm saying
hey,
to each
man,
his
and
own.
all-
I'm saying yeah. That I'm
yeah.
saying yeah.
Swing
But
it.
his open relationship may be this only
But
happens.
what he
when-
talking about is that's just extra fun. That's an extra fun in the bedroom.
right.
With my girlfriend, with
Yeah,
my wife,
that's-
we're together and
Right.
we just go.
But now trip
every
this.
once in a while go shopping.
That's
for,
not an open
for B
relationship.
words.
But here's
That's not open relationship.
here's the hypocrisy in it. You don't mess with marriage, and in the Bible it binds two, and it's just those two.
But you just said that.
But it also says
Okay, my
something
bad.
about
You're right. Physically, I'm more or less referencing what I can deal with a woman cheating on me on some physical stuff. But when you get emotional and fall in love with another person, that's what I'm talking about. That's another relationship over there. You know what I mean?
I agree. But I agree, and I'm not
Have different terms, yo. Like,
But,
Okay,
but,
so
but
the
that's what I'm
open-
saying. Open relationship takes on a different connotation of itself. But for her,
What
an
the
open
hell is that
relationship,
stir up?
who is the ultimate traditionalist, that's period. I'm with you, you with me. I take care of all your needs. You take care of. There's no reason you go outside and I'm not bringing anybody else in here. You feel me? That's-
What you said didn't make sense. Because you
I'm
just
trying
said
to
that was
tell
my
you.
definition of an open relationship.
No, of the traditionalist. I mean, like not open, but traditional. Like this is it's just gonna be us two.
Okay, now the
Hey,
under all circumstances.
Trip, bro. Just reality, bro.
Yeah, because I'm not bringing no woman in, and I'm definitely not bringing another man in.
So
what-
open
just period. Who the man that you are? Like you are a fucking hopeless romantic. We know that, right? But at the same time,
Sound like
he whatever. So we just gonna leave it at that. But at the same time, no BS. He's very dismissive. He's just all right, whatever. You know, I'm
passive
more of a,
aggressive is what it is.
yeah, I'm more of, you know, like I won't be dismissive. I'll just know what it is, but we'll still be friends later. Like, hey, okay, whatever, it's cool. That's what we do. You know, that's just. But we may share the same interest in as far as how you deal with certain things and deal with certain people. But I don't agree with how you deal with that, which is the same way with an open relationship. You can feel that way about it, but that's not the. There's no real such thing as an open relationship that doesn't have certain rules that don't fit her. Her open relationship is totally different from his.
I agree with you. I'm with you. Like, don't have the other relationship. We can bring the woman.
You
I'm
said
fine with
it's a
that.
hypocrisy in that, and I understand.
No, I was saying the hypocrisy is saying that that's not you not calling that an open relationship. That's what I was saying. It was hypocrisy in, because it is. It's just not the form of having a separate relationship. We can do this every now and then and play, but you're not finna go love another person.
Relationships, a relationship. Okay, you know what? It's stupid because you know friendships is a relationship.
It's still a rapport.
You know? So I'm more or less
They
talking about if you want to go,
intimate
if you want to go have fun and hump on somebody, but it's just a hump session. That's different. That's not a relationship to me.
To each its own.
You know what I mean? That's just me though. You know, but if you like. I don't know, bro. There's so many gray areas in that shit because
Right, because I'm saying
if
there's
you
people out
friends,
there who don't believe in any of that at all. You get what I'm saying?
if you friends and you guys are intimate and without any type of sexual activity, like would that be considered a relationship?
So just
But
for
even-
clarity,
Go ahead.
because you keep pointing to me like I'm the only person in the room who only wants to be with one person.
No, who said that?
I'm just saying he
Well, no,
kept
because I
saying
keep.
like
I'm saying because you're
the only person.
Well, because I'm saying I know.
I'm just curious
No, no,
because
no.
as a woman,
You
just
look
real
at it
quick,
differently.
Just as a woman, it's like first of all, y'all can't even get on one accord of what an open relationship is. So
we not
I'm
the
just
same
going back
person.
to what
Everybody's
Cameron's
open
talking about,
relationship
just
is gonna be
communication. Like
I don't think
it's difficult enough being in a relationship. Now you have to set extra boundaries for the openness of the relationship that you're gonna have to make sure it's under the same ramifications. Like if you find somebody who's with it, whatever, they're with it. But I feel like all the extra stuff and all the roundabout stuff it's not gonna in the end be successful for the simple fact that you haven't even figured out what open is to you. You know what I'm saying? And what you allow. So because it always goes back to your opinion and your perspective,
But don't you
and
think
what
that
you're comfortable with.
Don't you think that has to be
You don't
open
think
to
we
us?
know what open is to
No.
us?
What I'm saying is you're missing what I'm saying.
No,
You're
I
taking
get
it
what. No, but
personal.
I'm saying
So
you're taking this
I'm
literal.
saying in general, what I'm hearing is that open is different to you, different to you, different to you, different to you, right? So in the sense of when you start talking about it, open is different to me. So now you have to deal with a whole different scenario within the relationship that's already going to be different.
But you don't force it if it's not the same.
Very true.
That's with everything, baby.
And what I'm trying to say is we're not in disagreement with each other. But my point is that going back and just stressing what Cameron was saying about the whole communication thing, that is the most important piece. But it also comes back to your personal feelings and what you're okay with. Because there are certain things, because you try and make it seem like you're okay with everything that happens, but there are certain things that you're not okay with.
I understand.
Right. However, at the same time, that just means that there are things that you have to work out. If you're not willing to work those things out, then you're going to move on. You're going to go find someone else, regardless if you love them or not, because love doesn't bind you in the sense of I have to be with you because I fell in love with you or because I love you. That's not the case.
No, I agree with you, but what I'm telling you is because I understand certain things, I take to each its own. But since I know me, so I know what I wouldn't engage in, but that comes first. I'm putting that out on the table first. So I wouldn't even fall in love with somebody who it would never get that far.
So now you're saying you can choose.
What you mean I can choose?
You can make the choice.
Well, I'm saying I would never enter into a relationship that deep.
Can I ask you a question,
Because you
Sharifa?
choose.
I mean,
No,
Akila,
I'm saying because if I want to do the open relationship thing and we get to the ground rules, but that's not a part of my ground rules. I don't agree
got
with
a question.
that.
I
Then
got
we
a
can't do open
question,
relationship. We can only try to date.
Now, I got a question. Hold on. It's okay. Like you talked about the traditional relationships or whatnot, and you talked about like the extra activity in the bedroom. So then, okay, now you want to bring, like what Cam said, you want to bring another female in. Now, what if that type into something like, okay, now you end up liking shit, now it turns into an open relationship? How you gonna manage that if that's not what you planned to do in the beginning?
You manage it accordingly. You feel me? But you have to be dealing with somebody who is a like mind with like feelings. Period. And you don't get into something with somebody that you don't know is strong enough on its own.
Right.
I mean, so if something else can waver, if somebody just like if her telling me that another guy is cute or me telling another girl is cute is gonna kill that, then it hurt us. We don't need to be doing it. But this has been Monday Night Love Sessions. We're talking about open relationships.
It's Cameron David. Yeah, this has been an interesting conversation. We had some people that were texting different points, but I think we should. I'm not gonna say continue this, but I think we should do a part 2 and expand on some different stuff. But shout out to everybody that was watching. It is Monday night. I'm Cameron David, your neighborhood stylist. Yeah, the neighborhood stylist. That's gonna be my new tag. Neighborhood stylist. I like that.
Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Shout out again to Mary and Sid. Happy birthday. Love y'all. T-shirts every Monday. Shout out to Cool Avenue Black from Blackline Entertainment. I do want to say, though, man, it's... I just hope that there are some people out there.
There is hope. But first, before you say that, can I say one thing?
know.
Thank you, Chris. Go Commando. It's Friday. Commando Fridays.
Seriously, you cut me off to say that? That is the weakest thing in the world. This is the problem.
No.
Right there.
Right there.
Right
Near
there.
the beach. Here and there.
Y'all cutting my time short.
What the bumper clutch?
This Nash right here.
Right
Y'all
there.
could thank me for this debate, conversation, thesis,
We're on horn, aren't we?
thought processes, and all that. Y'all can thank me for that. I stirred this up.
All right, that's what
We do know that the live stream was cutting off, so you can find the entire show in its entirety on UNation TV under YouTube, or go to our website.
Monday Night Love Sessions, all that.
Yes. UNation Radio TV will get you there fastest.
Thank y'all.
Right. So thank you again from Darnell, DJ SB, Akila Trine, Cameron David. I'm Dontrell Detroit. Shout out to 6 Leon. We out here. Cue us up. Yeah.
Yo.
Thank you. I want to thank all y'all for coming out tonight to witness this extraordinary event tonight. Brought to you by Currency the Hot Spitter, Wodensky, D-Lo, and Gene Lafette. That's me, you know. Now let me get around the snaps, y'all. Yeah. Give it up for the band. They doing their thing. Uh-huh.